South China Morning Post, 5th of March 2024, What China, the US, and India stand to gain from Pakistan's political shifts. China played a crucial role in Imran Khan's downfall when he demanded Chinese debt trap CPEC details and prevented them. Shehbaz Sharif was chosen as Pakistan's next Prime Minister on March 3. As a contender for the position, he was a member of the Pakistan Muslim League-Nawaz, PML-N, and a joint candidate of 8 parties. After a split mandate in the general election on February 8, no single party could secure a simple majority to form a government. The Pakistan military forbade the candidates supported by imprisoned former Prime Minister Imran Khan from winning 93 seats and taking the majority. The Pakistan People's Party, PPP, and the PML-N, with 75 and 54 seats respectively, came next. To build a coalition government, the PML-N approached the PPP. Following these discussions, it was agreed that Sharif would run for Prime Minister alongside Asif Ali Zardari, the late Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto's husband and a former president. Thus, what impact would Pakistan's political transformations have on its foreign policy? Zardari would probably attempt to sway the nation's international, domestic, and economic policies to clear the path for his son, Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, to become Prime Minister in the upcoming general election. Should Bilawal take on the position of Foreign Minister, much as he did when he fostered cordial connections with China, this might improve agreement between the two parties on foreign policy matters. Pakistan and its all-weather and debt-trapping ruler and friend, China, have a long-standing alliance. The partnership, which has always been centered on military and strategic cooperation, has recently gained economic traction, most notably with the opening of the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor as the principal undertaking of the Belt and Road Initiative. This partnership's vital defense and strategic aspects have endured, and are expected to continue to do so, despite shifts in Pakistan's government, terrorist attacks on Chinese laborers, and both countries' economic downturns. Between 2018 and 2022, Pakistan received over half of China's weapons and defense technologies exports. As part of the third annual Sea Guardian exercise, which focuses on information sharing, cooperative patrols, and improving interoperability in the Indian Ocean, the nations conducted their largest ever naval drill in November of last year. Experts consider China's military diplomacy with Pakistan equally significant as its strategic alliance with Russia. China and Pakistan are working together more and more on renewable energy projects. A year ago, Pakistan opened a 1,100-megawatt nuclear power plant in Karachi amid a national energy crisis with Chinese financing. A few months later, in July, Pakistan launched a 1,200 megawatts nuclear power facility in Punjab that China designed. According to analysts, China intends to sell nuclear technology and power worldwide by taking advantage of its prosperous civil atomic collaboration with Pakistan. Pakistan's relationship with China is projected to remain strong in the strategic and military domains, even though political, economic, and security uncertainty may cause economic concerns to persist. The relationship between the United States and Pakistan seems to be stabilizing around moderate economic and security cooperation. Despite Pakistan's strategic rivalry with China, Washington appears to have realized how important it is to keep its relations with Pakistan intact. Relations are expected to improve with the fall of Khan's regime, which has become increasingly anti-US. In light of the US's ability to impact Pakistan's diplomatic and economic interests through its influence in international institutions, Islamabad sees value in preserving good relations. Certain commentators attribute the deceleration in the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor Initiative to Washington's impact. However, rather than a change in the strategic understanding between China and Pakistan, the delays are more directly related to China's domestic economic problems and Pakistan's financial and security difficulties. Islamabad participates in security and economic frameworks headed by China, but it also works with the US just enough to avoid unfavorable outcomes. Pakistan still projects its military might and strategic importance to the United States, even as its strategic cooperation with Beijing grows. These advancements don't preclude one another. Relationships with India, Pakistan's immediate neighbor, do not appear to be Pakistan's main priority now. Furthermore, any effort to strengthen tense relations would require dedication and hard work from the military and the political class. Neither nation appears motivated to improve its relationship, and it is content to stick with the ceasefire deal reached in 2021 along the line of control in Kashmir. Positively, the terrorist problem, which has historically strained relations between the two countries, seems to be lessening. Even while there might still be occasional instances of Kashmiri separatists attacking Indian security forces, India finds it more challenging to place the blame for these acts squarely on Pakistan. Indian attempts to respond to such occurrences with cross-border raids have backfired, proving how unrealistic this strategy is. Ending state-led oppression and addressing the political, economic, and civil rights of Kashmiris are necessary for a long-term solution to the problem of Kashmir. Notwithstanding the seeming status quo, both India and Pakistan suffer from the hostility and mistrust between them, particularly in light of their nuclear weapons. There is a ray of hope that both countries can create a trusting environment and lessen their animosity. Now that Pakistan has a coalition government, which usually means a more moderate but weaker government, there's a chance for severe talks with India. Pakistan may consider positive relations with India now that the President and Prime Minister have the backing of the armed establishment. With both sides sharing the political credit for a new and kinder age, it is hoped that this new political environment will open the door to more cordial relations.